and welcome to In the Garden. I'm Nicola.
Mark.
And we've got a busy couple of weeks ahead of us. We're going to start in the rose garden. We've got a bit of work to do. We've got some pruning and some mulching.
Yep. Lots of work in that space. And you got some new ones coming, I think, too.
Yes, hopefully they should be here in the next little while.
Yep. We got our wheelbarrow wheel to pick up and fix that. So that was the one that we went to buy a new wheel and rim and a replacement wheelbarrow was nearly the same price. Anyway, so we got the old rim retired at the local tyre shop. So that'll be on. What other exciting things? Wood, I suppose. We got to chop wood.
Yeah, we're running really low.
Well, we're running, and some of the stuff is really hard, even for the a little wood splitter, the hydraulic one that we bought. They're all big pieces now, too heavy, so going to have a snuffle around the backyard and the back paddock and see what we can find.
What else? We should bring you an update on Darius and Daisy.
Expecting really cold weather.
Yeah.
And it's the second state origin, so go Queensland.
Yeah, I think it's time for you to change your flag.
Yep.
We got a batch of flags came. You'll get to see more of them as we go. All right, well, what we're going to do, we'll leave you at that. We'll see you through the episode and we'll catch up then.
Bye. What you doing?
Putting together shelving in my office.
You're on camera now, so you're not allowed to swear anymore.
Well, that's a bummer.
So you've got a big mess. You got stuff everywhere. We have a sort of a... He's happy, but he's looks a bit battle scarred. He's like a palm that was on battle scarred Galactica.
Well, that was the cat.
Yeah, that's the cat. But anyway, yes, no, he looks like he's taken a few rounds with an alien species. But anyway, well, cats. Yeah, well, maybe alien species cats. One hell-bent on invasion and total domination, and the other one's coming in peace, being cats versus aliens. We've done your desk of sorts. So it was a bit loose and hard to get. So it was a desk set that was, what would you say, modified to fit the shape. So bits didn't come together. So we bought wood and trimmed it up, and now have a solid top sitting over the base, so you can set it up as you want. So it'll give you, actually it looks nice, looks better than the white sort of modular desk thing. And yeah, and there's your, what do you call your fern?
Fanny the maidenhair.
Fanny the maidenhair fern. So yeah, so as with any office cleanup, there's always a mess. We put up a couple of shelves, so they're pretty easy. So they've now adorning bits and pieces of various stuffed animals and stationery. That little white cupboard's got to move yet, and there's another one of those modular units to go, which will be good. Starter line just came down. We've moved one cupboard over there, so yeah, getting there. Okay, so the birdies have been a bit hungry this year, so we're grabbing the oranges off the tree, maybe. As best we can before the birdies get them, the rest of them. So they've given the passion fruits a fair hammering. Did we take any photos of the chook water when we started?
We took some as we were starting on it, and I had some from inside.
Yep.
There's one over
we're
there.
having, hence we've retreated to the citrus. We've got it all plumbed in and going, but the float won't seal, so we can't finalise it. So we're going to have a bit of a think and about a plan of attack. So more on the chook water next one. Okay, June worm update. So I got some compost and some mid-June, actually, cold June. Taking the lid off, and whoa, look at these babies go. They've been eating a fair bit. Actually, even though in the colder weather, they've been getting through quite a lot. And when we get down to the second layer, you'll see even more. See how good they are. They are producing heaps of dirt and worm juice, and yeah, no, they're going really good. So we'll give them some dinner and I'll show you the next layer. Okay, we got layer 2. Now look at all them. These guys are just powering through what they've got. They're eating, oops, get down from there before you get squished, way more than the top layer. So I'm guessing it's probably a bit warmer for these fellas down here. But anyway, yeah, happy worms. An interesting observation of our darling chookies. So they're having their afternoon dinner, their grain. So they get a couple of scoops of that. And they had today their treaties, they had thistles, grass, and some homegrown outer cabbage leaf. Guess which one they like the best? You would be right, the thistles. Getting fussy, our little devils are. And there's Jeremy doing his Jeremy things and our little bandies. It's been 6 years since we moved down to the South Burnett, actually this week, and the 3 little bandies are the survivors of the 14 chickens that we brought with us at that point in time. So all our little chookies are long lived and well lived.
So there's our wheelbarrow, and the wheel is flat, like really flat. So we actually went thinking, okay, we'll go and pick up a spare wheel, and while we're at it, like, we'll have a spare wheel for the wheelbarrow. And while we're pricing it, it actually works out about the same price to buy a new wheelbarrow, which is in flat pack, oh joy, as it is to buy a new wheel. So guess what we've done? We bought a new wheelbarrow, but we're not throwing the old one out. We're actually going to go and get that wheel fixed this week. So new inner tube, new tyre, and then Mark will bring it home. He'll put it on that, and then we'll have 2 wheelbarrows, which is actually really useful for us. There are definitely times we could do with 2.
What is this exciting thing, you may ask? It's a new wheelbarrow wheel. Apparently the tyre is 4-ply and you could use on the road, which is pretty cool. When we had the tyre, needed to have the tyre replaced, took the rim into the local tyre shop. We could have bought another one at local hardware. It was basically the same price to get it retired, so again, waste not, want not. We took it in and got it retired. No, it's still actually very busy, so it's not retired. But yeah, no, we got the tyre replaced, and here you're seeing it. So first real outing for it this weekend, been going good. Just need to tighten up the bolts because I've only got them on hand tied at the minute. And rather than just going out and throwing away and buying a new one, just get the tyre replaced. The local tyre shops did a great job. They didn't have any of the 2-ply in stock, and so we ended up with a super duper one. And I'd say the tyre will outlast the wheelbarrow. But anyway, fingers crossed. It'll last for a long time. But it's pretty natty, and it's nice to have a good tyre on it again. Well, winter's well and truly come, and we're getting a fair bit of frost on things. The bananas we were hoping were covered enough by some of the surrounding vegetation and far enough up the hill, but they're starting to get affected. Some of the other stuff, the poor old pawpaws got burnt to bits. But anyway, so ratting around a couple of old sticks and a couple of old feed bags, and I'm going to try and make a very quick makeshift frost protector because we're expecting minus temperatures all this week. Not glamorous, but it's ratted around with the bits and pieces we have, and we'll see how we go. I'll show you what the outcome is. Well, it's winter time, and one of the wintertime jobs is chopping wood. So we've got our waste not, want not. We've got a whole heap of sticks and branches that we've collected from trees that have come down, or big branches that have come down. Maybe remember in the early videos, don't park under a gum tree because they lose there's a couple sticking out there, they lose a fair sized branch. If ever you're using a chainsaw, be safe. Those things are dangerous. Very handy, but very dangerous. So follow all the precautions that are recommended. And then over here past the chookies, that's on one side of the chook pen. And they've had some treaties today, thistles, cabbage leaves out of the garden, some big tufts of grass we've got for them. Be making my way through that. So I've got the axe over there for the small stuff, the wood splitter here, which we use a fair bit. So some of these we got a little wood splitter and he runs about a ton, and see, some of these things are tough. It can't get through them. So I've been working my way through the ones. This bloke could be interesting. He's got a nice big crack in him, but a knot there, so what I'd be able to salvage out of him. But that fella, so I've been using the wood splitter on all the ones that have dried and broken out. And I fill out an outside container, an inside container, and I do every Sunday now a load of wood for the week. And here we are on an adventure, going through the 100-acre woods with Winnie the Pooh. No, we're not, actually. That'd be fun though. Christopher Robin, Winnie, Tigger.
Would be, except there's no Christopher Robin here, so we need to get on and do some other stuff.
So we got the chainsaw, we got the little trolley, we got the lawnmower, which is our only little tractor. Whoops.
We actually need to get one.
So yeah, we're just talking about, Daisy does a good job of keeping the grass down, but just cleaning up weeds and bits and bobs. Anyway, could do with a little tractor. We're going to saw this fella up. We've been chopping up the old gum logs, and they're getting bigger and harder, so for the wood splitter. So we're going to try and use, this is the back. You don't often see the house from here. Oh look, I can see our house. This is the back 2.5 acres. Daisy, if you can see in the background, is waiting patiently. It's only midday. And where's my dinner?
Where's my tucker?
Where's my pudding? Yeah, we're gonna saw up some wood for the fire. We had -3 this morning again, so we've had a couple of cracker frosts. It's been cold. Anyway, into the chopping. Well, for the exercise it worked really well. So we've just done up one log. And today was a bit of a trial to see what we could get out of from down here. So yeah, we'll have plenty of wood, I think. I need to take the chainsaw in and get it serviced because it hasn't had a service for ages, so we'll do that.
It's running as rough as a hairy dog.
Yeah, it's running rougher than a hairy puppy. So we'll get it serviced and then we'll get into down here as well. So, but some nice warm wood for those cold winter nights.
On there.
Putting another 2 roses in. They're the ones you bought. But the last of your birthday money from your father's one, hey?
Yeah, well, sort of.
Yeah. So, which is nice. So we'll have, last week we put 4 in, so this will be another 2. So it'll be 6 in the middle here. And hopefully with the agapanthus and then the ring of geraniums, which you can see, I think we did this last week too, but how that needs to be trimmed and shaped. But yeah, you'll have agapanthus, purple and white, geraniums of mostly red but pink, and then roses in the middle.
And they're a mix of colours.
There's a yellow one, and what did we get yesterday? Yellow
Blue moon.
Blue moon. Is
So
that?
we've got a Molyneux and a blue moon.
So blue moon colour is?
It's like a purpley blue.
Blue.
Very pale.
Hence the name, blue moon.
Today I'm out in the rose garden and I actually have a couple of jobs to do. So last weekend before, I actually went through and I actually cut back the roses. But if you actually have a look here, we've actually still got quite bad black spots. So my first job for the day is an application of lime sulphur. Now, we're not big on chemicals, but this is not good and we have to do something a little bit more serious. So today, every rose is getting lime sulphur. Then after I've done that, we've got 2 cubes of sugarcane mulch, so I'll be laying that down at the same time. Rules for mulching your roses. You need a 3 to 5 centimetre layer. The other thing is you need a 2 to 3 centimetre clear collar so that you don't end up with collar rot on your roses. So when I do the mulching, I'll probably come out to about here, and that will allow me to obviously protect the roots. It'll help to ameliorate the problem that we've got with the black spot. So this week they're getting a lime sulphur. Then in 2 weeks they're actually going to get a liquid copper over them, and I'm going to be doing that on a regular basis. The other thing I'll be doing is deadheading as I go. So I've got my secateurs, and you'll notice I've got some bags. So any spent flower heads, particularly the rose petals, I'll be taking those. I've also got to go and do the lavenders today and the rosemaries. I'm looking for their flower heads. I'm drying them ahead of the wedding. One of the other jobs I need to do, and I don't know if I'll get to it today, is I'm actually going to cut back this honeysuckle. So I've actually got roses on order to go along this archway. So I've got to actually get these honeysuckle out so that I can start getting ready to train. But that's about another week or so away. And they're actually coming from a rose specialist. I've got them ordered. I ordered them early on in the year. And we have the second Albertine. We're going to have another go just there. And oh my, hang on. How exciting! We have not had a bud all year, and the Albertine has a flower. Oh, it's actually started to settle down. We're actually starting to get on top of the black spot here. I do notice there's a couple of leaves that are showing some, but I am super, super excited about that. That's just brilliant. Okay, so here I am. This bed's done. So they've all been sprayed, and then I've mulched them all, keeping it away from the collar, so we're not going to get collar rot. Those two new ones there, the two climbers, have been done. I've actually left a gap here. You'll notice we actually need to replace the rose that was there. I had a Lady X, she died. We've dug it out, we've put fresh soil in. It does need a new rose. I haven't got it yet. Haven't decided what I want. So that one is blank at the moment. But I've got the two entry ones and then the two over there. A little bit later getting started than normally planned. I mean, it was just after 11 when I went outside, but with the rose beds done, and I did the central roses as well. The couple of pots up underneath my office. I need to mulch that little rose there. And there is actually a rose up by the studio, which I'm going to try and get to. But the other job we've got to do today is we're actually going to go up into the back paddock today and collect some wood. We're getting a bit low on what we can actually break up ourselves. So it's getting to that point of the year where we're running short. Okay, so Kayla's over there having a bone. Winston is in his pen. He's got a bone. The world is a happy place. So, yeah. I'm not sure how hot it is. I'd say it's not quite 20 degrees, but it's certainly better than it was this morning at -3. So we're making the most of the warmer bit of the day to get work done. We've got to go up the back very soon and go start collecting wood. The other job we had on our list was fertilising, but honestly, I don't know that we're going to get there today. We would like to be inside before it starts to get cold.
We're down trying to fix the chook water, and Fussy here, who's eating her hay begrudgingly. We got some barley straw, which she used to always like. Now she's, oh yeah, look at that belly, too much pudding. Darius is just up yonder having a rest. Anyway, she saw us and it's midday, so it's way before her feed time. Started stomping the foot. How dare you not come and feed me? That's a bit of lick there that she's broken up, and there's the other piece just behind her. It's a bit hard to see against the dirt. Yes, we threw quite the little tantrum. So when we didn't get our way, I went, oh, I suppose I'll have to eat some of this stuff, even though I don't want to. Yeah, she's getting the grass down. We haven't had, like June, we've only had about 4 or 5 meals, 6 meals I think, all up so far. So we're halfway through June. Anyway, happy munching, Daisy.
Monday morning, and I've got a friend coming over to help me. And we're actually going to get Darius done. Not butchered or anything, but he needs to be steered. It'll help to calm him down. And also it'll make it easier for us in terms of longevity here. The fences here just aren't good enough for a bull, and we don't want him mounting Daisy, so we're trying to get him into the pen, which is proving a little bit more difficult than usual. Nathan's actually come over to help me, and he's getting a scoop of grain for us. It's Friday morning and I'm standing here on the veranda looking out at the front. Believe it or not, it is currently, and I'll tell you, nearly 9:30 in the morning. And look at that fog. I don't think we're going to be making much in the way of power today, but that's okay. I mean, like, you need days like this. It's actually really good too because it rained yesterday, so I didn't need to water, which is great. I have a number of jobs, that I need to do today, so I'm not going to hang on. Just thought I'd come out and show you. The birds don't mind it though, if you can see them there on the power pole. Getting around, they're happy. All right. Hello, here we are. It's the end of another episode, and
hello.
If you actually have a look.
There's hello. Say hello. Hello, gorgeous. And who's over there? Where are we? There's Winnie.
Hello.
Okay.
So
it's a bit hard to focus with babies everywhere.
It is. Now we're at the end of an episode. You'll notice we haven't done the update on the chook waterer.
No.
Why haven't we done the update on the chook waterer, Mr. Pitt?
Our plumbing skills were...
less than stellar?
Yeah, I was trying to think very ordinary, but I was trying to think of a nice way to say very ordinary. We're having trouble with the float in the new one. Oh, there goes Cass.
Yeah, okay. So I've got to get photos for the people I bought it from, but that was 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And I haven't got back to it yet, so we've actually got to do that sometime this week.
We had some very bad, sad chooky news.
We did.
One of our little bandies, I think she was egg-bound by the look of her back. She went a little bit, when we saw her, she was quiet, and so we put her in the hospital pen.
And she didn't really improve.
She didn't improve, but then had a good look at her back, and she was really messy at the back, and she looked like she was going septic. So anyway, so we... So
she had to be euthanized.
So she passed. So she was one of the... We've been in the South Burnett area 6 years now, in June.
So she would have had to have been probably
10,
8 to 10,
yeah,
depends. She was one that we would have hatched ourselves.
Yep.
So she had her whole life with us. And that's always sad, but, we couldn't leave her go. So
she was one of our good little bandies, so we only got 2 bantams left.
So when those 2 pass, that'll be the end. We won't do bantams again.
Not for a while anyway, hey, unless we
Not
want
unless
to.
we decide to show or something, and I don't know that we will. We used to have golden lacewing seabright bantams, but they came to a very sad end, but that's a story for another time.
There were some pits as well, little pit games. But anyway, chopped lots of wood. It's been freezing cold. You wouldn't know it today. There's been a bit cloudy. In a t-shirt.
To see what you were up to.
Yeah, a t-shirt. The cloud cover came in, but last weekend we were minus nearly 3. Well, we were definitely minus 3.
Yeah.
And we had a whole heap of days like that, and around minus 3s. Different areas around here got down to minus 4, 4.5. That was the temperature gauge, let alone what it felt like. Frost everywhere.
It was miserable.
It was cold. And the wind came in and it was freezing.
Well, you will see. I actually put up the video from Friday as well. That was about 9:20. I took that footage, and then so obviously after we'd had all the frost, then we had all the fog, and the fog was really, really heavy. So you would have seen a bit of that.
Yeah, I walked outside and I couldn't lift it. It was that heavy.
We've showed you an update of Darius and Daisy. He's actually going along really well. So my friend came out and he banded him for us. So
which is not a good plan.
well, it was a necessary plan.
Oh, I'm talking.
It'll make him a lot quieter, which is what we need.
It'll be a lot quieter. He can hardly walk.
Oh, that's so not true. It barely affects him. So anyway, moving on. In the next fortnight, we've got roses arriving.
True.
Lots of roses.
Lots and lots of roses.
So there's a lot going on.
And the other tragic news is we lost the state origin. Got belted in the first half, which is
reminds
not good.
me, somebody still has to
change the flag over.
Queensland flag down and put the Australian flag back up.
Yeah, no fair weather friends here for Queensland.
Anyway.
Even losing, we still fly the flag.
All right, so we're going to leave it at that. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks, unless I have the next special ready, which could be, but I don't know.
Bye.
See ya. And just like that, it's the end of another episode. We hope you enjoyed it. If you found something useful in it, please feel free to like this video. You can also comment down below. We do love to talk to subscribers. If you found something useful or you think you've got a friend who might find it useful, please feel free to share this video with them. And of course, as always, you can subscribe to our channel and that way you'll never miss out on what we're getting up to here at Stormhaven.